Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you a very cool, very swag, very cash for money Baruuk build. So first, as you can see here, I have 5 red Archon shards, 2 of them being Tau Forged because I only have 2 Tau Forged ones. All this together gives me like an extra 150 melee critical damage. And as you can see here, you will be critting a lot. You can also see that I subsumed Warcry instead of his first ability. The reason I did this is because his first ability is kind of mid, it's not very good. And Warcry, in my opinion, goes really well with Desert Wind, um, because it makes it attack faster and also slows down an enemy within the vicinity. And it's worth mentioning because I like to run this build on Void Cascades and Steel Path. When the Thrax come to like mess with your orb thingies, this slowing them down can actually be a lifesaver sometimes and keep your run going. Now to the actual build. Corrosive projection, because with any high level steel path missions, enemies losing 80% of their armor is huge and very epic, very cash money. Power drift for the extra 15% ability strength, though the chance to resist knockdown is good because I don't have Prime Surefooted on here, because I don't have Prime Surefooted. Eternal War for Warcry, because this, every time you get a kill, extends its duration by 2 seconds. And it's very cool because you could just have it go on forever as long as you have Serene Storm active. Reactive Storm, what it does is that when Desert Wind is granted, it's 250% status chance, and the status changes its damage type to whatever the enemy's weak to. This makes it like very versatile and very good, and also gives it a bunch extra damage. Umbrella Intensify, because it is better than the normal one. It gives you more strength. Blind Rage, because more strength. Transient Fortitude, because more strength. And because of this, efficiency was not it. So I put Fleeting Expertise in here. And then I put Prime Continuity to bring the duration back up just for Warcry. Because on LoL, in my opinion, it's actually kind of bad to have more duration, because it stops you until you can cast it again. And then I have Adaptation, just purely because at high level missions, as you can see, Baruuk is not very, very strong, even though he does gain damage reduction while in Serene Storm, and also has damage reduction from Desolate Hands. It doesn't scale very well when you get into the like level 800 enemies, right? So I have Adaptation on, which when damaged, you get a 9% resistance to that damage type for 18 seconds, and it stacks up to 90%. This is huge because you could negate like 90% of the incoming damage, so it makes him really do well in survivability. Arcanes. This was the most expensive part of the build, especially because I had 0 Arcane Fury before I made this build, and then I had to buy a bunch of them to make this rank 5 one. This is the critical arcane to this build, and it's almost a must-have, at least if you want to do high-level missions. On critical hit, you have a 6% chance to get an extra 180 melee damage to melee weapons for 18 seconds. That is massive, especially because you're critting so much. Um, Arcane Energize isn't a must, but I find that when you're trying to break down your patience and build up your meter to use Serene Storm, you need to spam LOL a pretty decent amount, because Desolate Hands can only get like one enemy, and then it can't get that enemy again. Same with this, but this takes time as well. Like it's like tick, tick, tick. It doesn't just like immediately go to all the enemies in the vicinity. So you need to spam LOL a decent amount, and even with 110 efficiency, which isn't the best, but it's better than base, it still costs 45 energy, and there's no prime flow in here, so you only have 300 energy to work with. I just personally prefer it, but it's not a must-have. If you don't have Arcane Energize, you can still emulate this build. It's also nice that both of these give you an Arcane Revive, so you have 6 revives total. And yeah, that's the actual Baruuk build. Here is the Desert Wind build. Something that's worth mentioning about Desert Wind is that mods like I don't think they pop up because you can't use them anyway. Mods like Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds don't work on Desert Wind, which is very sad. But you have a base 50% crit chance to work with, so you can still hit those red crits if you know what you're doing. I have Sacrificial Steel in here for the 200 crit chance. And then Organ Shatter to get the multiplier up, and Gladiator Might. I'm pretty sure as well the Gladiator combo melee critical chance per combo multiplier also don't work on Desert Wind, but if you have a stat stick with them on, it works. I'll go through this in a minute, but yeah, 3 Gladiator modes on stat stick. And then Prime Pressure Point for damage, Prime Fever Strike, Shocking Touch to make corrosive, Berserker Fury on kills and you start attacking faster. Very cool. That I already talked about. Quickening gives you more attack speed and combo count chance. It's very cool, very epic. The attack speed is really nice, but also the combo count chance can help because with Desert Wind, even though you can't build combo with like the normal hits, if you make impact with the punch, you can actually build combos, so it's nice to get that little combo chance increase. The stat stick, let me explain what's going on here. All you need is these 3. If I were to take these off, it would perform just as well. But Primed Reach, Prime Fury, Quickening, and Drifting Contact, in my opinion, these make you build up the combo easier to get to 12. Because what you want to do is get to 12 using your stat stick, and then switch to Serene Storm, and that's how you get these juicy, juicy red crits. I also need to mention that Naramon is a must on this build, but on the bright side of things, you only need Power Spike, and even if it's just the first level, it'll make a huge difference. Because as you can see here, this is all I have on Naramon. I literally unlocked it just for this build, so don't worry about that too much. Cool. That's the build. Thank you very much for listening to me yap. And if this video gets any form of attention, I'll make another one. If anyone wants to know the fashion guide for Baruuk, let me know. I'll make a video on that. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.